Hello, Point Pleasant, and happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of the Ocean Star Sports Show. I'm your host, sports reporter Dominic Polio. Hope you guys enjoyed the snow yesterday. I have 3 highlights for you for this week: wrestling and basketball. First up, Point Borough Wrestling. They hosted Middlesex in the first round of the Central Jersey Group 2 state tournament on Monday. The Panthers came away with a nice solid win, and I've got the highlight, so check it out. The Point Borough wrestling team picked up a Central Jersey Group 2 quarterfinals win Monday, beating Middlesex 51-21. The match started with both John McTaggart and John Duggan bumping up weight classes. McTaggart secured a hard-fought win at 152 by decision, and Duggan followed suit in 160. He took advantage of the single-leg takedown to give Borough another decision win. Ryan Sansone scored a late win in the 170-pound matchup before Dylan Ippolito earned the match's first pin. It only took Ippolito 42 seconds before he was able to secure the win and a 15-0 lead for the Panthers. Middlesex forfeited 195 and Borough stayed hot with the pin. Gabe Fatizzi picked up a second period pin and Anthony Bonavito scored a solid pin at heavyweight, also in the second period. James Leitendorf did the same at 106. And Ben Sabo kept the small streak going at 113. Sabo's pin came only 2 seconds before the end of the first period. Middlesex got on the board with their first points in the 120-pound weight class. Freshman Ty Bailey then answered with a pin in the 126-pound bout, scoring Borough's final points of the match. Middlesex won the final 3 bouts by pinfall, but Borough moved on to the next round with a 51-21 victory at home. A nice win for the Panthers, who unfortunately saw their tournament run end in the semifinals on Wednesday when they went up against 1-seeded Delaware Valley. Very solid wrestling team. We're going to jump from wrestling to basketball. We're checking out Point Beach Boys basketball on their senior night in a game against Henry Hudson. Let's see who came out on top. It was a senior night route Tuesday when the Point Beach Boys basketball team hosted the Admirals of Henry Hudson. The Garnet Gulls cruised to a 65-36 win. Beach was quick off the draw, opening with a 12-1 run. It included back-to-back dunks from Chris Pena, with Danny Fraunheim on the assist both times. It prompted an early timeout from Henry Hudson. The Admirals then broke the Gulls' run with a tough bucket, but Beach established a 27-8 lead by quarter's end. The second quarter was slow for both teams, but the Gulls stayed out in front through halftime. Beach's regular starters kicked off the third quarter and drew a lot of fouls. They drained free throw after free throw and eventually started to hit from the field. Here's Luke Fraunheim with a 3, and at the end of the third, Beach had posted a 20-point quarter. The starters closed out the game on the bench, and the rest of the Gulls added 10 more points in the fourth. The Admirals added a few buckets here and there, but it was not enough to overcome the deficit. The Garnet Gulls close out the 65-36 win on senior night. A pretty good win on senior night for the Garnet Gulls as they now prepare to take on Mater Dei for the second time this season. The last time the two teams played, Beach only lost by 5 points and held a lead towards the end of the game. It should be another exciting matchup. We're going to bounce right back to wrestling. This time it's Point Beach Wrestling. They hosted Riverside, the 4 seed, on Wednesday in the Central Jersey Group 1 semifinals. The Garnet Gulls pushing hard to get back to that state final. Let's see if they got it done. The Garnet Gulls wrestling team is in the hunt for back-to-back state titles after cruising past 4-seeded Riverside in Wednesday's semifinals match. Jason Bowers kicked things off with a tech fall victory, scoring points at the final buzzer over his opponent in the 160-pound matchup. Sean Gould delivered a quick pin at 170, and Jack Baker followed with a solid 10-1 major decision at 182. Riverside got on the board with a decision victory at 195, but Beach was still out in front 15-3 and just getting started. In the 220-pound bout, it was Sean Gross who delivered a first-period pin for Beach. Then, heavyweight Cade Watkins hung tough to score another Gulls pin in the first period. Riverside forfeited 106, 113, and 120, and Beach sat with a 45-3 lead. Jude Lovegren secured a pin at 126, and Roddy Rupp did the same at 132. Riverside then scored its only other points of the match, winning the 138-pound weight class with a close 5-4 decision victory. Jason Sherlock took the 145-pound bout, and Jimmy Sherlock wasted no time sealing Beach's victory at 152. Sherlock pinned his Riverside opponent in 23 seconds. The Garnet Gulls are headed to the state finals for the 4th year in a row with a big 66-6 win. And there you have it, folks. The Garnet Gulls are back in the state finals. It is a rematch of last year's state final in the Central Jersey Group 1 bracket. Point Beach will be taking on Manville, the 2 seed, at home tonight at 7 o'clock. There were plenty of Garnet Gulls who made the trip to last year's state final when Beach went up against Manville and won, so I can only imagine how packed it's going to be tonight for this state final. I hope to see you guys there. That's it. That's all I've got for this week's show. But as you always know, there are more sports in the actual newspaper. So make sure you pick up today's copy of the Ocean Star. That is February 10th, 2017. While you're sifting through the sports section, take a moment to check out the People Story page. Did a nice feature on Alex DePalma and the Point Borough ice hockey team, who do a lot of great work with the Brick Stars Challenger hockey program. Make sure you give that a nice read. After that, you can follow me on Twitter at Dom Polio. That's at DOMPOLLIO. And, as always, I'd love to stop and thank you guys for checking out the show. I wouldn't be here if it were not for you. So, I hope to see you guys again next week for another episode of the Ocean Star Sports Show. In the meantime, signing off for Star News Group, I'm Dominic Polio, wishing you a happy weekend.